Imagine waking up one morning in the year 1348. There's no internet. No hospitals. No antibiotics. At first, everything seems normal. Then your neighbor gets sick. A few days later, another family disappears. Soon, entire streets are silent. People whisper a terrifying name. The Black Death. A plague so deadly it killed tens of millions of people and changed human history forever. But here's the real question. If you suddenly found yourself living during the Black Death, could you survive? Let's find out. Before the plague arrived, Europe was crowded, dirty, and completely unprepared. Most people lived in small wooden homes. Trash was often dumped into the streets. Rats were everywhere. Clean water was hard to find. And people had no idea what bacteria or viruses were. If someone got sick, many believed it was caused by bad air, punishment from God, or evil spirits. Then, in the mid-1300s, trading ships began arriving from distant lands. But they weren't just carrying goods. They were carrying death. The Black Death spread through fleas that lived on infected rats. As trade routes connected cities, the disease traveled with them. At first, people noticed strange symptoms. A fever. Severe weakness. Pain throughout the body. Then came the most frightening sign. Large swollen lumps called buboes appeared on the neck, armpits, and groin. For many victims, death followed within days. Imagine seeing this happen to your friends, your family, and everyone around you. No one understood why. No one knew how to stop it. And the death toll kept rising. Now let's talk about you. You suddenly appear in a medieval city during the height of the plague. What should you do? Your first instinct might be to stay where you are. Big mistake. Cities were the most dangerous places to be. The more people around you, the higher your chances of exposure. If possible, your best move would be leaving crowded areas and heading toward isolated rural locations. You'd also want to avoid sick individuals completely. That sounds obvious today. But back then, people often cared for infected relatives without realizing they were putting themselves in danger. Every close contact increased the risk. And during a deadly outbreak, risk is everything. Many people tried desperate solutions. Some burned herbs to chase away what they believed was poisoned air. Others wore charms and amulets. Some even blamed innocent groups of people instead of the disease itself. Fear spread almost as quickly as the plague. Without scientific knowledge, misinformation became deadly. One of the biggest dangers wasn't just the disease. It was panic. When people panic, they make poor decisions. They ignore logic. They follow rumors. And in a survival situation, that can be fatal. If you knew what we know today, your survival odds would improve dramatically. First, avoid crowded cities whenever possible. Second, keep distance from anyone showing symptoms. Third, maintain cleanliness as much as circumstances allow. Even basic hygiene would give you an advantage many people didn't have. Fourth, protect your food and supplies from rodents. Remember, rats played a major role in spreading the disease. And finally, stay calm. Survival isn't only physical. It's mental. Many people make dangerous choices when fear takes control. A clear mind can be one of your most valuable survival tools. The Black Death was one of the deadliest disasters in human history. It reshaped nations, changed economies, and altered the course of civilization forever. Yet despite the chaos, some people survived. Not because they were stronger. Not because they were luckier. But often because they made better decisions. So here's the question for you. If you suddenly woke up in Europe during the Black Death, would you survive? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring history through survival scenarios, hit like, subscribe to Survivalify, and remember, the best survival skill isn't strength. It's preparation.